the framing of what do we want to achieve as a product area, as a business. But then I think the innovation comes oftentimes from how do you play within those constraints or within those goals, and those I see more in my experience coming from bottom up.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Like the goals and the outline will come from the top. I think the other thing that the top has a responsibility to do is to make the space for it. I know we've probably said this a million times, but we all have very full jobs. So how do we make sure that the time to sit and think, or the time to really dig into a problem and come out with something new and interesting is made?
Is that something you guys try to do yourselves? I mean, to sort of reserve that time and sort of preserve the time of the people that you manage? Do you guys have any particular ways of going about that?
I think I have done it a little bit more systematically when I was in travel, to be honest, in the sense that I always said to everybody that they could, and to some extent they should have a 20% project. And that oftentimes was even within travel, but within a different team, different people, different stakeholders, so that also people get a sense of like, and we even had a kind of like sprint weeks, which we could work in sub-teams that were not the normal ones that people would normally work with, and kind of like come up with more provocative ideas. Within Assistant, I admit I have been doing it less systematically, but I do kind of like tell, and I think also the pace has been a little bit crazy this last year, to be honest. But I do tell everyone that they should kind of like, the product is so ambiguous that anything you do is worthwhile, in the sense that there's no limitation to explore. It's not like we have a mature product where we should be afraid of breaking something that's working and making a lot of money or addressing a lot of users, because we don't. So there should be a lot of freedom.
Yeah. Interesting. So I guess, let me see. I'm sort of like at the end of the questions that I have, but because we've only been 3, this has gone a lot faster than. Hi, Pradeep. Hey, how are you? Good. So let me just actually catch you up to the conversation. Do you know the context? Were you here when Liz was giving the context?
No, I wasn't. I think you were going to give the context. Okay. I actually jumped out.
Okay. Just to quickly catch you up. Bobby feels very passionate about the idea that we should mark and celebrate the work that we've done in the past year. And part of that is actually marking what we intend to do next and what our ambitions are for the coming year. And so to that end, we're like having a series of roundtables about sort of some of the major strategic pillars that Bobby's invested in, like quality, innovation being one of them, sense making is another. And this is an innovation roundtable. I think that he or somebody has suggested you as being somebody that would be good to be in here, based on the things that you guys have shipped and the sort of way you guys have it working. So I've been asking Lucia and Mindy about things like what are the mindsets that help innovation happen? How do you encourage those mindsets in the people that you work with? And sort of how do you make ideas real in this org? Like, how do you make that happen organizationally? That's like a bunch of different questions all at once, but like, I'd love to hear anything that you would, any thoughts that you have about what you've seen that's worked and what hasn't.
Sure. Did these guys go already?
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking for the last 40 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah, cool. Maybe we can take them one by one. At least here in New York, and I think across my team, like, we're globally scattered. We're in Tel Aviv, we're in New York, and Mountain View, soon to be DC. One of the things I encourage most strongly is actually to go and hang out with engineers and product managers rather than hanging out with other UXers. I think that leads to like conversations effectively that have the best outcomes, because there's different strengths being brought to by each person.